Hello, 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 everyone.
Hi,
Welcome.
everyone.
Hopefully, you guys will start coming on in and enjoy this conversation with me and Crystal. So, we'll give you like 5 minutes to get yourselves on in here. A double duty, Crystal. I have to have my phone and my laptop so I can make sure I can see people's comments and see what folks
Oh,
are saying because clearly I don't know how to use the computer. You know what I
oh,
mean?
uh, am I going to be able to see something? I'm on my phone. I have no idea.
Oh, so on your phone it's a little bit difficult to see with StreamYard, but I'll let you know what folks are saying. So right
Perfect.
now we have our lovely people coming in and saying hi, and we're excited to be here. And I'm so excited that you guys took time out of your busy, busy schedule to come and hang out with Crystal and I. Today, I am so honored to have our May Cal designer, Crystal. You know I wasn't gonna get it right. Go
That's
ahead,
fine.
you say it.
Full calls. Full calls.
Crystal Bucholz is here with me today. I'm so excited to have her here chatting with Mrs. Deveter. We're going to hopefully learn about the Daydreamer blanket and how you came up with this amazingly beautiful design. I will have a precursor and say that amazing is one of my favorite words. So you'll probably hear me say it a few times. I love the word amazing. I think it's just a good word.
Amazing. Amazing is better than. I get really nervous and I say all the time. So I'd rather say amazing than. So I
I hear
pre-apologize
you.
for mine.
You're fine. I say too. I say I'm just like, what am I doing? Where am I looking? And then I take off my glasses thinking that I can see. I can't see. I have
Oh,
to put them in. I'm telling you, when you're a lady of a certain age and your eyes start doing their own thing, you need a little
yep.
extra help.
Yep.
So introduce yourself to the audience or reintroduce yourself to the audience. Let us know who you are, what you do. But before you do, I just want to tell everybody that Crystal is a part of the Furls family. So, yay! She is our new project manager for Crochet Foundry, which is now a part of the Furls family. Yay! We're super excited to have you here with us, Crystal. So introduce yourself to the audience, and I am going to let you talk for a moment.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So first and foremost, Crystallized Designs is my business.
I always do that. I always try to click off onto you, and I click myself. So I'm just going to leave it there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay. Crystallized Designs has been my crochet business for I don't even know how many years. It's been a long time. And that I started thinking it was going to be a hobby. I was pregnant with my second one. I was on bed rest. I thought it'd be really just a quick thing to make some cute hat props and I'd be done with it. And I still have not grown out of it. And I don't intend to ever grow out of crocheting. So
Doesn't look
that
like you're gonna with all that yarn back there.
I have an addiction problem. I like to spend money and thankfully my husband is very understanding with that because
Oh,
I have many hobbies
uh-huh.
that go beyond this and so yeah. So crystallized designs and then I also work daytime which is coming to an end. I work for a school district in the local area. I've been in food nutrition for 18 years now and I never thought I would leave the school district and Furls came along and stole my heart.
Woo!
I've always loved Furls products and everything Furls, and I'm just ecstatic to be a part of the Furls family now. And that's kind of it about me. I do a lot of creative crafty stuff.
Yes, I was going to say there's so much more to share. I mean, tell us about how you design, when you have time to design. Like, tell us all the goods. We need to know all
Okay.
the goods.
Okay. So the Daydreamer blanket, it wasn't meant to be a crochet along. It was I wanted to try the yarn, and I actually have more here. I wanted to try the yarn. I love trying new yarns, and I love furls, like I
Mhm.
said. And so I was ecstatic to get, I ordered so much yarn, so much yarn. Obviously, I have a problem. And I always tend to find myself wanting to have a project that I can sit down and watch a show with my husband and not necessarily watching, but keeping my hands busy and just, I, I'm one of those people that listens to programs and
Mhm.
won't see what,
Mhm.
oh, that's what that actor looks like.
Right.
And so that's how the blanket became. I needed something simple to crochet, and the colors just flowed. And my other obsession is plants. And
Ooh.
Pam Stark, so
Uh-huh.
sincerely Pam, got me hooked on plants. I now own over 100. And so my inspiration for that blanket was this pot.
Oh, wow. Now that's super cool. And I
Yeah.
must say that Madam Pam has also helped me. I just have one so far, but yeah, the plant addiction is something I believe is it's a lot. Anybody else out there have a plant addiction? Tell us all about it.
Please tell me everybody has a plant addiction.
It's not just you, right?
Not just me.
So tell us, so the pattern is easy. You can do it while you're watching television. So
Mhm.
tell us so the plant was the pot was the inspiration behind the blanket.
Yeah, so like I said, Pam got me into plants,
Mm-hmm.
and my whole living room is now full of plants. And I thought, I'm gonna redecorate and go with like a boho theme. And so the blanket is actually part of that. And then when girls saw the blanket, they asked, you guys asked, we asked. I don't know what to say, how to say it.
You can
For it
say
to be
we now.
we um they asked to use it as a crochet
Mhm.
along. And my first question was, do I get it back? Like, I want it back. It's my
Yes,
blanket.
we'll send it back to you. I promise.
Yes.
Did you
So,
see the pictures that Lorene took of it though?
yes. Gorgeous.
Girl, guys, if you're watching and you haven't gone to the site to look at this blanket, I'm going to put it in the comment section. And you all have to go. Oh, I put it in there twice. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys have to go and check it out. And I encourage everybody to make this blanket. I mean, it's beautiful. I just ordered a bunch of yarn when we were having the yarn sale. So I have my yarn, but you people on here are probably the guilty culprits. Bought all the mist and all the snow, and I was like, man, I don't have a light color. So I have, what do I have? I have dragon fruit,
Oh, I love that
pomegranate.
one.
Aren't they beautiful? I
Yeah.
love this yarn. I don't know if you guys took advantage of the sale that we had last week, but honey, I racked up on yarn and now I have to figure out how to put these colors together. Can you
Right.
tell us how you work up your color combinations?
That was actually a palette made by Pam.
Pam,
And yep, Pam just did amazing with the colors.
she
So
did.
when I saw them, I'm like, I want that. Like,
Mhm.
that's my dream. And then the autumn one I also snagged right away in the beginning, and I'm making a top out of that one.
Ooh,
Uh,
fancy. Is
yeah.
that going to be on your site or are you going to share it with us too?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly feel like Crystallized Designs is, like, I still want to put out there,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
again, I love working for Furls, and
Oh,
I love their yarn and their hooks, and like I can't speak enough about Furls. That
that's awesome. Favorite hook. What's your favorite hook?
the my favorite hook is the
Uh-huh.
one that matches my current project.
Oh, that's always the case, right? My favorite hook is the one I'm using right now. Which
Yeah.
which hook are you working with now?
I'm actually using the White Odyssey and a D, I believe. So,
I love my white Odyssey too.
mhm.
I love them because they're so pretty.
Yes, and they match everything. So you don't like, I'll pick up yarn and be like, okay, I can't use a,
Right,
I don't know what hook, with this. Okay,
right.
so I gotta search through. I have all of the candy shop. I have so many streamlines. I have so many odysseys, and it's like, okay, which collection has the hook that matches the most? And if I don't have it, dang, I should have bought that
I
one.
gotta order it.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, we're doing the Treat Yourself event right now. So if you guys are looking for hooks, now is the perfect time to get them. We have 3-box, 5-box, and 8-box sets. You'll not only get your hooks, of course, but you'll get a box set, the really cool gift box that we have where you can store your hooks. And we also have a really nice pattern, 3-part pattern that comes along with it. So just FYI to everybody listening, if you want to go to the site, you can go and check out our Treat Yourself event. So how long did it take you to make the blanket?
I honestly couldn't tell you because again, I'm watching TV and
Right.
just it's such an easy repeat pattern that I really couldn't even tell you. I know it's one of my favorite stitches and it's like my
What's the
go-to.
stitch? What's the
It's
stitch?
it's just alternating single crochet and double crochet.
Okay.
That's it.
Single, double, and that's it. And you just keep going
Hmm.
and get her done. I know that in the pattern, I think it's a chain 116, right?
Oh boy, you're asking.
Okay, I'm
It's been a
sorry.
long
I
time
won't I
since I
won't
made
put
it.
you on the spot. I won't put you on the spot, but I believe it's a chain 116. And it's with a K hook.
K hook. Yep.
So make sure you guys have your K hook. And it was 15 skeins of yarn, correct? I believe that's what it says in the pattern.
Correct.
Okay.
Again, it's been I should know
It's
this.
been a while. It's okay. It's all right. I'm just putting you on the spot.
You are.
Waited.
I don't know my own pattern.
I know that as a designer, sometimes when you put something down, you've already moved on to the next thing. So it's totally understandable. What is the first thing that you remember designing?
I can't. I have little kids and 2 jobs. You think I remember like
Okay.
yesterday? I can't remember what I did.
When do you have time to design if you have little kids?
They're actually pretty good. And working for the school,
Hmm.
I've always had nights, weekends, holidays, spring break, winter break,
Okay.
summer. Like there are 17 more school days until summer break. I'm
You
good
guys
at
are
counting them.
counting down. I
Yes.
hear you.
Hmm.
So that's when you usually design. And you started how long ago? Like how long has it been since you've been designing?
So my son is actually turning 10 this year and I started when I was pregnant with him. So I probably started crochet I started knitting first.
Okay.
And I promised myself I would not start crocheting because that would be another hobby I would get into. Obviously, I didn't convince myself well enough.
Right.
And so yeah, so probably about 9 years I've been crocheting and I didn't get into designing until about a year after that. So
Wow. So I just always think it's so awesome to see people's transition and how quickly they go from just crocheting to like being this amazing designer. Like, was there like did you there's somebody that you watched and patterned yourself after and kind of followed? No?
no, I love the joy of creating something myself. And
Hmm.
that's and then I also love seeing what people how people use the patterns. Like that
Yes.
is my joy. Like I love
Yes.
seeing other people's work based off of something I wrote.
Right.
And all of my stuff is basically selfish. Like people have always said, "Can you make me?" Nope, can't. That's not for me.
No, I'm not making that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
What's the
So
thing that you find you make the most? Like, what kind of things do you make the most? Or do you
I
get the most
love
joy out of making?
summer tops. Like
Summer
I
tops?
love summer tops.
Really?
Mhm.
I'm so afraid to make stuff that people can actually wear, like adult people.
Adobe.
Babies, no problem. Adult people, I'm just always like, oh my God, are they going to hate it? Like, what's going to happen here? How do you get past that hurdle?
Because everybody has different tastes. So just because some people might not like it, if it's something that I enjoy, I feel like other people will as well. My actually my other obsession,
Mhm.
I really disliked making amigurumi.
Oh, okay.
And now I don't know if you can see up on my shelf. I started making with fable fur and like the fur yarns, and that
Yeah.
is my newest obsession. I
Oh
love
my
making those.
goodness. Though I have hard time with that fable fur because I can't see the stitches. So I'm like, where's my hook going? How did like so you read patterns or you just came up with your own things?
Yeah, I write the patterns for, I think I have, the snowman is one of my biggest hits. The polar bear is one of my biggest hits. I have an owl, and I honestly don't even remember what I all have out there. A bunny. And yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot of feeling. Like you can't see the stitches. So
Hmm.
super easy half double crochet, single crochet patterns where
Hmm.
if you guess where you're putting a stitch, nobody's gonna know otherwise.
Yeah, I always see that yarn and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy with it. I can't see the stitches, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I
you
love
can't.
Arab. I never pronounce it right either. So that's
Yep, yep,
might be
yep.
a reason why I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay away from it. I have gotten into making dolls now. I'm enjoying that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Do you
love
make
that.
them for somebody?
I have. I made a doll for my niece. She loved it. And I'm looking at it in retrospect and I'm like, boy, the head is kind of floppy. I don't think I stuffed it enough.
As long as it's well loved.
It was. It was well loved and well received. So that's always a good thing. Do you guys out there, what's your favorite thing to crochet? Do you have any questions for Crystal? Put them in the comment section and I'll definitely ask her and pick her brain. Now is the time to pick Crystal's brain.
Oh boy, it's been a long day. I don't know how accurate your answers are going to be.
I totally understand, Crystal. I really do appreciate you taking time to come and chat with us today. I really want people to participate in this crochet along. I want folks to post their pictures. I want you all, just to share and let us see what it is that you're making, your color choices. How did you come up with the colors? Where are you going to put the blanket? I'm going to offline with Crystal and be like, can you help me put these colors together so I can figure
I'm going to tell you, go ask Pam.
I know. She was like, I don't know what we don't have the light colors. So I was like, really, Pam? That's what
Yeah,
we're doing today.
yeah.
She's
The
amazing with the
oh,
palette.
she
Amazing.
is. She
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
This blanket is also great for stash busting. Like I started just you doing rows with
yeah.
a little bit of leftovers that I have just to obviously I can't throw anything out because
No,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You really have a lot of yarn back there.
I have the biggest room in the house full of craft supplies. So
So
you're
you
not
said you
seeing
had a few
all of it.
crafts. So I got knitting, I got crocheting, I got plant collecting. What else are you doing?
So I love macrame.
Oh,
I scrapbook. Yeah, I just I sew. So actually on that side,
uh-huh.
it's kind of messy, but
It's messy. Show us, show us. Look at all of that fabric.
so I sew my own clothes. Again, I'm very selfish. Like I'll be the first one in to admit it. I'm selfish.
Lordy. So it's only the things you want to make. You're like, I like this, I'm making this. If y'all like it, good. If you don't, oh
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Well,
We
then I
have
don't like giving stuff up.
you want to keep it all.
Where's
Wow,
my
Lordy.
blanket? I want my blanket back.
Lorraine, did you hear her? She wants her blanket back. So we have a question from Chelsea Dunk. She wants to say, I really want to design, but I always get stuck. How do you get confidence in designing?
I started small. Like, I think, figuring out the whole process of designing, it's more than people think. It's writing it well, making sure it's understandable, testing it, photographing it. But I started small and I think that was the best bet for me. I started with hats and scarves and just to get a feel for what people wanted and to learn my own style because I have my own style before
Mhm,
designing. I
mhm,
created from patterns and
mhm.
that wasn't my style. So find your style. I guess that's
Find
my
your style.
Find your
That's
style.
really good. And like
Mhm.
you said earlier, being selfish, there's nothing wrong with that. Like make the things that you enjoy making. No, I really think that's a good point. Make the things you enjoy making. And I think that when you do that, your designs would be more accepted because you can kind of feel the love and the attention that you put into it because you enjoyed it, right? Making
Right.
stuff be like, oh, I don't want to make this, kind of
Yeah.
feel it. All right,
But
we
on the
have
other hand, my
mhm.
my best selling pattern is one that I dislike very much.
That always happens, right? It's like the meal that you're like, I really don't want to cook this. Your family's like, but we love it. And you're like,
Yes,
oh man,
yes, yes.
yeah. I hear you. All right, we have another question by Avis. They want to know, how do you avoid analysis paralysis? I have loads of yarn, but it's hard for me to get started. Do you have any suggestions?
Don't do that. Because the wall behind me, like, which way am I facing? This one is all
Hmm.
just yarn. Like, I
Hmm.
never intend on using it.
Okay.
There's that cubby full of yarn that I
Hmm.
have intended projects for, and then I always order more yarn. So don't do this.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm sure everybody in this live can identify with that fully. We've all walked down the aisles of Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. We see the yarn. We know we have more than enough yarn at home that we're probably never going to use, but we buy it anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
can't help it. It's an illness.
It is. It's another hobby
It
in
really
addition
is.
to crocheting.
Hmm.
Mhm,
Collecting yarn.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So don't hoard yarn.
I know that's so hard, and obviously I don't follow my own direction, but you can
Yeah.
try. If you
We're
succeed, let me know how.
I know, right? Yeah, man. Ava said it's too late. She already has all the yarn already, so it's too late. Someone else wanted to know, what was your favorite design that you have made?
Uh, oh boy, I have a lot. Like I'm not my radiant tea, I think, was my first top, and like I was so proud of myself. I was so astonished that
Mhm.
I created my first top when I was so nervous to, and then people loved it. And I
Wow.
still get people tagging me,
Mhm.
here's my radiant tee. And so I would say out of all the patterns I've made, that is my absolute favorite because it means so much. Like it was a huge accomplishment.
That's awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. I'm gonna make a tea this year. Some
Oh,
way, somehow, I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna make my daughter wear it. I'm gonna make it for my
okay, can I give you a suggestion?
yes.
Crochet Foundry.
I know. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you all, but I've looked at these patterns like amazing. These women are just amazing. All the designs in Crochet Foundry. I talked about this on my last live. What I love about Crochet Foundry is that it's size inclusive. Like everybody can find something that will fit them in there. And I just absolutely love that and appreciate that because you get disheartened when you're on YouTube and you're looking at these patterns and it's a extra small. I'm like, I'm gonna put that on a doll. Who's
Yes, yeah, the size and the styling guides
Mhm,
and
mhm,
how to make it fit right for you. And I don't necessarily love to create from others people patterns now that I design my own.
mhm.
Some of those designs, it's like I wish I had more time because I would
Right.
be making all of them
All of
for
it.
me. For me.
I hear you. All right, we have another question. What platforms did you start out on for selling your designs or even just bringing awareness to your patterns? What advice do you have to gather a following on social media?
That I started selling my patterns on Etsy and Ravelry, and they're still kind of the big ones to sell on. When I again, I'm going to point to my back. when I get into something, I don't slowly start. Like
You just
I'm
go
in it. You know, I
fast
had
forward.
4 plants at the beginning of last year, and then I ended with over 100. Like that, like I hope people aren't like me because I know it's not great, but I can't help myself. So when I started my design, like I spent so much money on a website and I didn't have a clue what I should have. And I just did everything that I could financially and just to get lifted off the ground. And I think my best interaction is with my Facebook group.
Mhm. Okay.
And I'm so slow in that because I work for the school. So really
Right.
my time is I wish I could spend more time there.
Hmm.
And I tried YouTube. I tried doing Project Bag Peaks. I have 2 of Furls bags and then 1 of We Crochets. And so I try to limit myself to 3 projects. So I do Project Bag Peaks and Whip
Hmm.
Wednesdays on YouTube. And
Hmm.
it's just I think being real in front of an audience, not
Hmm.
being
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
perfect designer. Like
Right.
I have kids and they interrupt me and I have errors in my patterns and it's the people. We're
People.
real. Yep.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Somebody wants to know what made you want to design your own patterns.
Again, it's my style. Like I couldn't find anything out there that I wanted. And
Mm.
I love specialty stitches like hairpin lace, broomstick lace. Like I love those. So a couple of my first patterns actually used broomstick lace. And
Wow.
yeah, there wasn't the patterns out there for them
Hmm.
really. So
Hmm.
yeah, I really
Your
wanted to,
style is stuff
yeah,
you wanted. So
yeah,
you made it.
yep,
I love that.
exactly.
I love that. That's really key. And I love how you just inspired us. I don't know if you know that, to just do it. Like you said, you just went forward. You had this idea. You were like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And I think that's what happens with us. We get so caught up on, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't come out right? What should I do? What if I have to stop? Just keep moving forward. If you have an idea, put it out there. I
Exactly.
saw this post recently with a picture of a bread aisle, and it said, if you're worried about, your business being similar to someone else's, look down the bread aisle. Like there are a gazillion brands of bread,
That
right?
is so
So
true.
just
Mhm.
because there are a whole lot of crocheters out there, a whole lot of designers out there, there's only one you. So that's really inspiring, Crystal. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else have any questions? Anything you want to ask our good friend Crystal here? I'm just going and looking. Somebody said the best thing about crochet is that it's only one stitch to undo and restart. It's a freer form to create. I
Yes,
agree.
yes,
I
I
agree.
agree too.
I agree. You said that you knit as well. Do you knit as often as you crochet, or do you crochet more?
No, I had this great inspiration around December, maybe November, that Furls has knitting needles and I need a set of knitting needles and I'm going to make one of my crochet patterns into a knitting pattern. And actually, if I
Mhm.
go back, I'm actually in my pajamas. So,
It's fine. We all girlfriends here. We just chilling.
ooh, I don't want to drop it. Oh, I grabbed a Tunisian hook by mistake. So, this is as far as I got. That's as far as I got.
That's as far as you got. Is that
That's,
so? I'm going to be completely transparent with knitting. It is way too slow for me.
yes.
Okay. So I'm not alone. Okay. I'm like, why is this taking so long? If I was crocheting, I would have had a whole 12 rows done by now. Okay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Not just you. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why that is so little because it's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, you lose. For me, I lost my attention. Like my attention span was like, okay, let's do something else. It's just It's a lovely, lovely craft. It's a lovely skill, but I just don't have the patience for it.
Me either.
Okay, there are a few people who are like, yeah, it's very slow. And even with the beauty, you look at the knitting needles, and you're like, oh, they're so pretty. I just want to do something with them, and it's just like, give me the hook. Where's my streamline? Where's my Odyssey?
That's now a decorative prop.
Like, look, I do knit. See?
Yeah, see, I got my little strip.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Well, I mean, unless you have any other thoughts or anything you want to share with the audience besides telling them to crochet along with us and to do it, I have really enjoyed this conversation with you.
Me too.
I'm glad that you have joined the team.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yay. It's all good things. I do want to ask the audience, what new yarn color would you guys like to see? In your wildest imagination, what is the yarn color that we should consider here at Furls? Let me know. I don't know what color I want. I've been thinking about this. I'm like, we have such, really vibrant, beautiful wander colors. So what color do I want? I don't know. Do you have a color that you're like, man, we really need X?
I
No?
want all shades of blue. Like if I could make
Mm.
everything in blue, I
Is that your
would.
favorite color?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it would be a little kind of, but
I
give me
mean, it
all shades.
could work, right? Like if you did a blue temperature blanket, maybe? No?
Yeah, but I
Oh.
want to make blue tops and blue hats and blue
Okay.
scarves. Everything.
Everything blue. Okay.
Everything blue. No, I do like the blanket. Like I love those colors. But my
Mhm.
first go-to is always my blue hooks and my blue yarn. Like that's
Oh, I like this. Sava said a very vibrant, beautiful peacock collection. So blues, purples, greens, and golds.
that would be
That's
amazing.
nice.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Hey,
Thanks
you
for
didn't say your
sharing.
word. You got to say your word.
Amazing.
That's
Like,
amazing.
amazing.
Ah.
Okay. Avis said magenta.
Hmm.
Let's see what. Yeah, no, we don't have a magenta, huh? That's a good color too. Like a deep
Yeah.
magenta. I like it. I like it. I'm a pink girl too, so I could
Oh,
get with
are
the
you?
fuchsia. I am.
Oh, what do
Pink
you
is
like to
my
paint?
no. I like pink.
Oh,
Pink.
pink. I thought you said I like to paint.
Girl, no, my daughter paints, not me. I'm like, oh, it's too messy. I don't like messy.
Yeah, the yarn colors, like let's just bring them all.
All
Like
of them.
just
Just all the colors.
give us all the colors.
All of them. Everything
Yep,
on the spectrum. Let's
yep,
do it all.
yep. Exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Now, I'm trying to figure out a giveaway that I could do for the folks who have been watching us today. I'm not sure what I want to do today. A green and neon yellow. I like it. That's another color. Purples. I'm getting all these great colors. I'm gonna definitely save this. What kind of giveaway do you think we should do? Like, what should we ask them to answer, and then we can give them something? I don't know. I'm thinking it's definitely gonna be a gift card. I think that's
Awesome.
what we're gonna do. And I think what I'm going to ask them is, what are the two things or two jobs that Crystal said she has right now?
Oh,
She says she has two jobs. And if you were listening, then you can tell me. So I want you to put the two jobs in the comments. And tomorrow, I have another live tomorrow, y'all. I'm just gonna be all up in y'all timeline all the time. I'm chatting with Maurice Green, who is an MMA fighter, and he's also the crochet boss. So I'll be back here tomorrow, and I'm gonna announce my winner for today's $25 gift certificate or gift card. I want you to tell me the two jobs that Crystal mentioned. All right? How's that sound? Sounds good?
sounds awesome.
All right, sounds awesome. Again, thank you, Crystal, so much for being
Oh,
in your
thank you.
jammies and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go night night
Yeah. Yeah,
or go
right.
crochet. I
Yeah,
know,
I got a
right?
3-year-old yet, so
Oh, three. You have a three-nager.
yeah, I do. So I'm gonna Dad is taking care of him, so we'll see what condition it is up there. So,
Oh, good
but
luck with
I
that.
appreciate talking with you and everybody that joined or watches after.
Yay!
Thank you so much. And
Yay! It's been awesome. Thank you again. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.
bye.